And it is coming up on time for our morning interview here at KSST on the Good Morning Show. And with us is Garrett Glass. Good morning, Garrett.
Good morning, Enola. Thank you for having me here today.
Thank you. And what news do you bring?
I am actually bringing news from the Sulphur Springs Lions Club. We are having our annual lighted Christmas parade this Friday. I know, it's exciting. This year seems like it's gone by way too fast. So Christmas is starting, and what better way to kick off Christmas in Sulphur Springs than with the annual lighted Christmas parade that we put on.
Now, we all want to plan to be there, so when is it?
It is Friday, December 3rd, and we start from Buford Park at 7 p.m. Okay. So I know the city puts on some stuff downtown as well with the annual tree lighting. We'll have Santa down there to light the tree, and then the parade, I believe that starts at 6, and then our parade will start at 7 from Buford Park.
So if you want to be downtown, do so. There may be other things going on that we didn't mention through the city. And it's going to be fun bringing the kids and the family this Friday night.
Yes, and so the city always puts on some vendors. I think they're going to do maybe an ugly sweater contest, something out there. So that'll be interesting. But the tree lighting at 6, it's fun for the family to get down there. And then on the square is a great place to watch the parade as well. Since we do start at Buford Park, we go down Conley Street to the square. Therefore, there are a lot of people down there, nice and slow, a little couple tight bends. Therefore, you can see those parades in full then. Then we go north on Church Street up to Houston, and then back to Gerald Prim Stadium for the final, and then kind of the departure from the parade.
Do you know about how many parade floats we'll have?
Currently, so let me rephrase that one. Currently, we have about 24 applications for floats that are entered. Okay. And those are for actually good floats that enter. Now, when I say that, there's always people that show up as well that night, whether it's a horse with some lights on it or a band that shows up with some music. There's a lot of that show up just that night, just to participate, and we always take those as long as they are lighted. Therefore, you can see them. Since it is a nighttime parade, having the lights on them go a long way.
Okay, yes, and this is, I don't know how many towns do lighted nighttime Christmas parades, but I think we're pretty unique in this area.
We are pretty unique. I think the only other one that I've been to around here, actually it's pretty close. Mount Vernon does have one as well, but with that being said, we have been doing ours for 15 years, so this is our 15th annual parade. I know we started out as a daytime parade, and we switched over, I would probably want to say about a dozen years ago, to the nighttime parade. Therefore, I mean, since Christmas, everybody drives around and sees the Christmas lights. It is just one of those fun times to actually do something a little bit different and kind of host a different parade in your town.
I remember seeing the Wildcat float of the Lions Club, Wildcat float, coming towards me.
Yes, so a few years ago we kind of redecorated and redesigned our float. So we use actually round bells to, it's actually not a wildcat, it's a lion, since we are the Lions Club. So we fluff out the mane and make a face of it, but we are using round bells. So usually about 5 or 6 round bells, and then some square bells for the paws, tail, and everything that goes along with it as well.
I kind of think we were in a playoff season, and it was big news about Wildcats too at the moment. So it's very compelling when you see that coming toward you at that slow pace.
It is. Since it is a giant float, we have a round bell stacked on top of another round bell, so it has that grandeur appearance on it as well. And then when we do the main fluff out on it as well, so you get another, 2 to 3 feet worth of main fluff out, it makes the Wildcat or the lion stand out enormously then at that point in time. And then it's sitting up on a big flatbed trailer too, so it does sit out there and have a good presence to start the parade as well.
Well, it is fabulous, and so are so many of the other floats, and we won't know what all those are until we see them go by.
Well, we do not know, because I know last year we had to do our reverse parade as what we did last year. So, I mean, floats were kind of changed up a little bit. And since it was stationary, it gave people opportunity to do something different and showcase a little bit more. I know we had a live band at one point in time playing music and playing Christmas music the whole time. With that being a moving parade, you probably won't have a live band, but I know we'll have the Sulphur Springs marching band in it. So that will be a good thing. And I know we usually have maybe one or two other type of marching bands with some drums and everything in there to bring that Christmas and lively spirit to it as well.
You know, a parade without a band, it lacks something.
It is. I mean, yeah, it's one thing everybody loves is really the drums and everything, because it just gets you kind of pumped up. And they have a good beat to go along with it. And playing those Christmas tunes on a marching band is always one of those great things that brings the good spirit to the parade as well.
Something like this, though, doesn't just happen. Who is it responsible for making this happen?
Well, our lion, John Campbell, he is really one of the backbones to the parade that helps put the parade together, and a lot of the planning that goes into it as well. So he does a lot of the background work, doesn't like to get out on the front side of it. Therefore, that's why he employs me to come out here and talk to the radio stations and get it out there for everybody.
Okay. And I know it takes sponsors.
Yes, so we do have our normal sponsors, which Carriage House Manor is our title sponsor, and they have been for the past few years, and we are so grateful for Arvis and Charlotte over there at Carriage House Manor. And then we do have Alliance Bank, City National Bank, Farmers Electric Co-op, Farm Country, Brian Tolliver Ford, Nortex Tractor, J. Hodge Chevrolet, Saputo, and then we do have a couple new ones this year with Money Law Firm and then Clarion Point. So we are grateful for all those 11 sponsors that are here and helping and participating in the parade as well.
Okay. Who else or what else goes into making your schedule or the time or the date?
The date, we've always done the first Friday of December. Therefore, it's just a good kickoff for the Christmas season. So we definitely enjoy doing that, and it's always been that first Friday. I think maybe somewhere in there we might have done a Saturday when it was a daytime parade, but Friday, December 3rd, 7 p.m., just a good nighttime parade. Therefore, it gives people time to get off work and get it started. The other big thing that we are doing, and it's always one of these Christmas things, is toys, toy drives as well. We are actually kind of helping Blue Santa this year, which the Law Enforcement Association, they always like to pick up toys along the parade route. They like to do unwrapped fully boxed toys. Therefore, they will re-gift them and kind of give them out to the needy children in Hopkins County and around our area as well.
For more than one reason, this year has turned out to be a year that Blue Santa does really need extra help.
Okay, I did not know that, and I know it, but it's one of those things that they're always needing.
I know always ask.
Emily and I, my wife and I, we've gone to do angel trees as well. So I know that there's a lot of those out there as well. So having the opportunity to do that, and so this is another thing as well, the Blue Santa toy drive along the parade route. I know in years past, we've done entry fee in dollars, and then we changed to entry fee in toys. Therefore, we can donate back to the Blue Santa as well. But this year, there is no entry fee, but it's one of those things that we would love people to give back, just because, there is, like you said, it is hard times for a lot of people in Hopkins County, and if we have the opportunity to give back, this is a great way to do it and help those, I guess, maybe a little less fortunate to have a good Christmas. Okay.
And the sluggish supply chain has also contributed to Blue Santa not having a good amount of toys to start off with.
Okay, that's interesting to know, because that is true, because you go to Walmart. We just had a 3-year-old's birthday yesterday, and trying to find some presents for him, it was kind of difficult sometimes walking through some bare shelves and everything along this time of year as well.
Well, so the members of law enforcement will be walking alongside the parade and would really love it if you intend to give to Blue Santa, bring that toy or toys with you and hand it off, and that gives them lots of activity with the stand.
Yes, and I know the Lions Club, we've done it before as well, walked along the parade route and collected those toys. As long as they're new, unwrapped toys, we will collect them. Either the Lions Club or the Law Enforcement Association will collect them. Therefore, they are given to Blue Santa at the end of the night.
You know, all of this comes together at this time of year for our amazing lighted parade through the efforts of Lions Club members. And so tell us more about Lions Club.
So Lions Club for Sulphur Springs was actually founded in 1937. So we have been around a few years. I believe it was 86 years is what we kind of figured out yesterday. We do meet Tuesdays at noon above Corner Grub House. So we actually changed our location this year to trying to change it up, maybe getting some new potential members as well with maybe a little bit different change of pace on the foods. But what we do, we have some community service projects. Our big thing with Lions Club is glasses. So we collect glasses throughout the community, and we do actually send those off. So what it does is actually refurbishes them, polishes them up, puts them back together, and then distributes them through Texas, America, and then actually the world. Since Lions Club is an international organization, it's one way to help. So glasses is one of the big things that we do. But how we help with glasses locally, we have a spot vision machine. So it looks like a DSL camera. You can actually scan somebody's eyes as young as 6 months old, and it will tell you any type of vision correction that is needed. It's actually a pretty cool machine. So, I mean, a few of us in Lions Club, when we first got it, that need glasses. I wear glasses. It scanned me, read me instantly, knew exactly what it was, and it was spot on to what a doctor says. Now, we can't actually issue prescriptions on it, but it's more of a, hey, you need some help. It's a good opportunity to go see a doctor. If people do not have the means for doing that, seeing a doctor, we as the Lion Clubs will sponsor that doctor's visit for an eye exam and then a pair of glasses. Because we understand, I mean, seeing in school is a long and a big part of learning as well. Not being able to see the chalkboard or read a book in front of you, I mean, it definitely lends to not learning as much and knowing what's happening. So that's where, when I got my glasses in college, I couldn't read a chalkboard to save my life. I got them, and then all of a sudden, it's like, wow, I mean, the teacher's actually writing something on the board. So I know personally, with not being able to see, in I guess a little bit later stage of my life, it does hinder trying to learn then at that point in time.
So such a good thing, and so important that the Lions Club does that.
Yes, and then a few other things that we do locally. We do help Beds of Hope by building beds and sponsoring some of the lumber that goes into those as well. So the Beds of Hope builds just basic beds for any type of family that needs them, or a kind of maybe a casa type deal. Right. Therefore, the new family needs a bed quickly. Therefore, we can get a bed into a house pretty quickly. Therefore, that child is set up and has a new bed to sleep on and has a bed to sleep on as well. Other stuff that we do locally is we assist with the Pilot Club Hoop Dreams as volunteers for that basketball program for special needs kids in the community to have a basketball program to get out there and play. And then scholarships to our local high school seniors.
Okay. And we have just enough time to say very briefly, Texas Lions Club camp? So
the Texas Lions Club's camp is actually in Kerrville, Texas, and it's a great program. Going back to those special needs, it's a special needs camp during the summer that is fully paid for by the Lions Club, and so what we do locally and then what the Texas Lions clubs do together as well. So it's a great program. There's about, I want to say, 7 to 8 different camps week long that are down there in Kerrville. And so if you do want to get in one, applications open up at the start of the year. They go pretty quickly because it is a free camp, but I mean, kids go down there horseback riding, swimming, archery, rock climbing. I know a lot of the what doctors do down there. I mean, there's stories of doctors closing their whole practice and just taking their whole staff with them down there. So everything, you have a full doctor, full staff. Pharmacists that go down there that shut down their operation as well. So I mean, it's a great deal that a lot of people put a lot of effort into. That is free for our special needs kids in our community.
And that's just a brief profile of Lions Club. And our Lions Club, Sulphur Springs Lions Club, is one of 46,000 across the country and doing a lot of good everywhere. Maybe your most visible is the parade.
Yes, our most visible is the parade, since we put it on, and it is a good show for the community to start the Christmas season. But we do a lot of great stuff in Sulphur Springs. If you do want to get more information with it, you can always see me. My name is Garrett Glass. I work at Guarantee Bank and Trust here in town, or our backbone, John Campbell. One of us two will more than get you information to help out and possibly get you into Lions Club.
All right then. Thank you, Garrett, for coming in today.
Thank you, Enola.